Hello, and welcome to Hit the X Reloads. Well, I finally made it to the range. I did the first seeding test today. I took my shot marker target too, so I recorded the screen on that, so hopefully I'll be able to put that up in the corner while you see me shooting. This is the first time, I told you all this is new to me, but this is the first time I did that. So enjoy the video if it works out okay. You know, I would really like it if some of you guys would leave a comment and let me know how I'm doing so far. If it's okay, if it's boring. I know I'm kind of just straightforward. I don't joke around a whole lot, whatever. Let me know how I'm doing and how I can improve these. Thank you. And on with the movie, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notify bell for all, and leave a like. And hitting that buy a coffee wouldn't be bad either. Thank you. Here we go. That's it. Okay, here we are at the range. This is the first time me filming this way. I got the Labradar out there for velocity, and I've got my shot maker target down there in my iPad where it shows right on it. And this is the first time, but I'm going to try to record here. So it should be going now. And I'm going to shoot my 5 blow-offs first. Actually, I have 6 because I loaded an extra. I don't know what the sound is going to do to this iPad or this camera. There you go, that's where it hit. I can actually zoom in a little more on that. Oh, that is not where it hit. This thing may have to be recalibrated, I don't know. But I guess they'll all be where they say they are, just in the wrong spot. Yeah, it just seems to be over to the right more. Now these are the blow-offs. Seem to be a little low. That was in the same hole. Last time I was here, my windage, I had to set a little different too, so we'll get it. See what this does. Yeah, they're all over to the right, but I really don't care because as long as they're grouping, that's all right. I'll just have to recalibrate this shot marker. It's been sitting in the shed the whole season. I don't know why that would have anything to do with calibration. And it looks like we're hitting around 2,600 feet. This is still 28 grains. but I'm using the target, that target out there in this spreadsheet that I showed you in video 11. So this right now, these blow-offs are seated at 1.705. I got one more. Okay, that's it for the blow-offs. So now, I'll mark my sheet, I did those. And my red tip is telling me it's time to move over to another target. Now these will be 1.7052, these three, because I loaded them the same as the blow-offs. Yeah, see now, I cannot adjust my scope anymore now. Because if I do that, then that's going to mean that shot doesn't count and I won't be able to group off of it. So it's got to stay where it is now. So if they all end up over here, I don't care. About 2632 on the Labradar. That's not a bad group, but it's running vertical. So I shot those three, across those off. And my red tip is telling me I'm shooting on a new target. Yes, I mean, even if the calibration isn't off on this and it's not showing them exactly where they're landing on the tape, you know, like the first shot, it's showing them all where they're landing in that group. So that's all I care about right now. I'll recalibrate this thing. Then again, maybe I didn't put the piece of paper on there right. You gotta have that perfectly centered too. Alright, did I put a bullet? It's probably I just need to zero my scope, because the last time I was here it was windy. So I didn't even bother doing that this time. Like I say, I see where they're landed. Plus I'll have the paper proof. Ooh. Almost an exact hole in one. And this one is at 1.696. That's better. Okay, 1.696 is done. Time to move on to 1.693. And change target. Hope this is still filming. Pretty much, it's whatever I get out of here today is the choice I'm going to have to make, because I only have to the 19th and I can't be coming back and forth in repeat and seeding tests and powder tests. So I'm at the bullet's mercy. It's cold out today too. It's 45 degrees. That's kind of two decent groups in a row. Okay, so that's the 1693s. Moving on to the 1.690 and a new target. Oh, did that move? Okay. That's it for the 1690s. Now 1.687. Oh, almost on the wrong target. Idiot. Whoa, where did that one go? That one wants to go to some other lane. Ooh, that is ugly. Well, here's what we got. This is the first target. And yes, it looks a little bit different and it looks weird. That's because I'm an idiot. When I went up there to put the second target on, instead of taking this one off, I just put this on top of it. So these holes were making holes back here. See how that goes straight through? Those are these. Well, that wasn't a good idea. I guess I'll learn from my mistake and how to do that. But what I am picking, because I don't have any choice, this isn't as good as I would like it to be. I gotta take what I gotta take. So in this group here, this one at 1696 is alright. That isn't bad. This is actually a little better, but it's also a little vertical. I would rather have a little horizontal than vertical. And then this one starts breaking out more. A little vertical. So at least they're 3 in a row. I mean, if you find one, let's say off of this one, this is great. There's 3 bullets there. One went through the other and pretty much the same here. But there's nothing next to it. See this next to that, this next to that? There's nothing next to it, which means you have very little playroom, which is not good. And then this one, see, they started opening up. I don't know what happened here. One was a flyer. Maybe there's a bad piece of brass or something. But even at that, you go from this 1687 to 1684. Look at the difference. I must have done something wrong there. But then this 1684 is nice, but you never pick that because look what's before it and look what's after it. Not good. Okay, and here's a nice group, even though it's kind of vertical, but then it climbs open down here at the next one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 1693, and then I always take a thousandths off of it. So I'll probably end up at 1692, 1.692. Because that gives me more room as the barrel is eroding down, which it doesn't erode down that fast, but you want to leave yourself some room, okay? Because we know we're good at 1693 and we know we're good at 1696. So if the barrel moves 3 thousandths, I'm still good at 1696. So let's try to see here. And this, don't forget now, this is before the powder test. I will be doing the powder test next. And then I'd like to get in a tuner test too, but I just don't know if I'll have time. So if we measure this group, center to center there, that's 0.2185. So that's less than a 1/4 inch. That's fine. And this one is actually a little tighter. This one's 0.1975, so that's under a 1/4 inch. If only they went in the same place, it'd fill the same hole. Now, I'm sorry about how these are over here. I have to, when I do my powder test, I'm going to have to go out there and recalibrate that target and re-zero my scope, because the day before when I was out there shooting blow-offs and stuff, it was real windy. None of those bullets were any good. They were just our fire forming bullets, so I got to re-zero. But that's how that works. Yeah, you can see those two holes behind and then these here. What an idiot. So anyways, these are the ones I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with 1692. Okay. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button for all, and leave a like. Thank you.